Okay, so this is the second panel in the chapel at Brookvale. This is a timber panel, and the idea of this is the life of St. Augustine. So the stone panel was the community of St. Augustine, and this is the life of St. Augustine. And to research this, I read a book written by St. Augustine, The Confessions. When would that be written, Veronica? Any idea? Probably
4th century.
4th century. It's a fantastic book. If you're looking for something to read, then I can recommend The Confessions by St. Augustine. It's his personal psychological journey, spiritual journey, and it goes. It's like a story of his life. So this artwork is really a direct response to that book, and you can, as opposed to the stonework, which is a very calm sort of communal idea. This is a very personal, this timber panel is a very personal and much more dynamic thing. So things move within his mind much more. And the artwork is read from one end through his sort of personal development, and you can see here, there's these shapes here which are like sensual, sort of lustful shapes, I guess, is the idea of them. There's these sort of rational thinking shapes. I guess on the video it's probably, it might be a bit difficult to see, but anyway, let's have a look. These shapes here are more sort of sensual, physical shapes, which to do with his early life. He's a very academic guy, and he spoke about rationality, and he lectured on logic. It's the idea of these sort of cubic forms. These shapes here, which end up in this love heart, are about a level of love that I guess is not as deep as this central section, which represents this sort of I guess, awakening of his spirituality, and where he was conformed, or not conformed, but where he committed, transformed is a word for it. But anyway, this was his moment of awakening as a spiritual, and his confidence. And then from then on, the forms sort of move in much more unity, and I guess the idea is there's more strength to their movement, and that's his life. One other thing that's in there, the other thing about it is that this is timber that's cut similar to the stone panel, and then reset back, and you can just see that the shapes kind of move in and out. And that's the way that, like a big jigsaw puzzle. Anyone got a question?
There's almost a feel of Buddhist enlightenment in that centrepiece.
Yeah, I think that's, in fact, that piece was, the drawing for that was done as exactly that. It was originated out of a personal sort of idea of the mandala, and I incorporated it in here as St. Augustine's sort of Buddhist enlightenment moment. So that's very perceptive of you, Veronica.
There's a heart up here. Is that's part of the?
Yeah. So this heart. Yeah, my thinking of that. I mean, I'm curious. What do you think of that?
Well, it's moving towards this enlightenment, and it's very grounded and centred, and it's moving towards a different sort of love.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that was. I mean, this love heart here is what Veronica's referring to, and the proximity to this sort of mandala. And my thinking of that was that in his life, he had this fantastic support of his mother, and it was this family love, and it was a beautiful and strong support for him. So that was the.
It's much more integrated, that section there, than this section.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of work done here just in terms of getting that design to have it not too distorted or deformed, but to have something representative. But yeah, that's the idea. I mean, the idea is that it starts here, and he moves through his life, and so early on things are a bit more confused. Anyway, thanks for everything. Thanks, Veronica. Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Sebastian. Thank you.
And by the way,